Hello and welcome to Sproink Dota Presents Random Team Game. I'm Nuff and I'm presented? And I'm presenting with, I don't know where I've gone with this. This is twice I've thrown this within the first, I did it yesterday. I'm with Iggy.
Hello.
Hello. Maybe we should let you do the intro from now on, because apparently I've been terrible at it the last 2 days.
Fairly certain I'd do worse.
Okay, then. So we're watching Enemy of God versus Nepi Jano, Nepi Vodu.
Let's call them Jano.
Let's go Jano. Jano!
5 seconds remaining.
This is Eog.
I've seen some reasonably meta bans in the
Reserve
OD,
time.
and of course Wisp being banned out because everyone hates him. Naga Siren being banned out too
Because she hates everyone else.
because she's no fun.
Still kind of interesting, the OD on the first ban list. I mean, there are much more prime targets out there, I think, and he's very rarely picked up as part of the first round of heroes.
Speaking of heroes that are normally banned out quite early on, Lifestealer is being picked up straight away. Bane actually a really good counter to the Lifestealer.
Indeed. That's a really solid pick right there.
It is indeed. Now we'll see what they pick up for their second.
Might be a Darkseer. Go for Team Purple.
Team Purple. But no, Mirana.
Radiant team pick.
Kind of an interesting pick that early, actually.
Yeah, you're a fan of Mirana, aren't you? Oh, Puck. Lifestealer Bomber Horde!
Radiant team ban.
Yeah, I think it's very wise to pick him up early. He was going to get banned out if they didn't at the end of the day.
Dire team ban.
Finding out Nature's Prophet for his split push.
Thing is, I imagine Enemy of God will pick up a
Radiant
Templar
team
Assassin
ban.
if it's not banned.
Go against the Park in mid. Yeah, I mean, with the OD being banned out already, they haven't got a lot of heroes that can go up against a Puck.
That said, they might just have their own idea for mid and might not be too concerned about laning against the puck.
No.
TA is always a good choice, though.
Rubik being banned does suggest they might be looking for some team fight.
Well, they've already got a reasonable amount of single target ganking from the Mirana and the Bane, so
Yeah.
picking up a little bit of team fight might help them out.
Alchemist has been banned out as well by Jano, of course, because he's one of those carries that's just stupidly strong at the moment. And
Indeed.
of course, he can go toe to toe with a
10
Lifestealer
seconds
should he
remaining.
get enough farm.
Oh, definitely. If he gets Basher up, Lifestealer just can't contend with
5
his attack
seconds
speed.
remaining.
No.
That said, I mean, there's a lot of other high attack speed carries which we
Reserve
see
time.
in the picks now. Something like a Troll Warlord, which we've not got a chance to see yet.
Yeah, I've been surprised that no one's kind of dived into the new Captain's Mode heroes. That's an old school gyro.
I think
Radiant
people have been.
team pick.
I think people have been very, very risky and not really wanting to break the established meta up so far.
Dire team pick.
Yano have a really, really good team lining up so far.
Yeah, but equally, Enemy of God have got some pretty tasty stuff, and the Gyrocopter brings them carry potential, and of
And
course,
team fight.
decent team fight. Mirana probably gonna be playing on the off lane, I would have thought. Early ultimate up. No,
Most
you
likely,
start
yeah.
ganking off lane, so that's pretty much what you want to do with her. Well, Gyrocopter's happy to farm up.
It's actually been very,
10
very hard
seconds
for the
remaining.
Mirana to play against this puck because, I mean, Phase Shift versus Sacred
seconds
Arrow,
remaining.
well, there's only going to be one winner.
I think she's off lane rather than mid.
Yeah,
Then
Reserve
she
time.
might be up against a tri lane, so she's going to get very little farm.
indeed. She would be able to do reasonably well against the Darkseer if they chose to run her on the easy lane.
Invoker mid versus Puck.
Radiant team
He's
pick.
going to get some serious harass if this is a decent Puck player.
Indeed. That
It's not
said, if it's a decent Invoker player, it brings everything they're looking for right now with a really, really strong teamfight hero.
He's going to be really strong in the mid game. Same kind of time Mirana's going to be effectively ganking. And Gyrocopter will still, despite being farming, will still be quite useful with his ultimate and his abilities. And of course, Invoker brings even more team fight with
10
his
seconds
abilities.
remaining.
There could be some serious damage going out. And this is definitely why they've banned the Rubik to
5
stop
seconds
anyone nicking
remaining.
all of these abilities.
Indeed. Well, Rubik's a solid ban anyway. He's one of the
Reserve
best
time.
supports in the game at the moment, so... And yet you very rarely see him banned. It's kind of unusual, I suppose.
You tend to see him respect banned for certain well-known
Hit
players,
people, yeah.
such as Kuroki. He's a
Indeed.
filthy Rubik player.
Needs assassin.
Nyx
It's a
Assassin. Nyx
He is going to
Assassin.
feast on all of these heroes which have been selected so far.
Yes, indeedy.
All going to be
Good.
very vulnerable to him.
be part of the tri-lane that supports Lifestealer, I imagine, which will make it... It's a great. His stun's a great setup, so it gives it's a decent amount of damage and a decent stun length. So we'll give time for Lifestealer to get in.
5 seconds remaining.
Runes up.
Radiant team ban.
Of course, if they're against the Mirana though, she's gonna be able to get away from that with a Lee.
Indeed. Good choice of banning out the Jakira there. I think Nepi Jano might look at taking something like a Leshrac now. Just give them, because Leshrac gives them an awful lot of push potential with his edict up. So
it's true. They do want
could
to
really look at taking some
5 seconds remaining.
Indeed. I mean, at the minute, Puck is reasonable at the push, Darkseid is reasonable at the push, and Nyx is reasonable at the push. But they've all basically got. Puck has 2 abilities, Darkseid has got 1, and Nyx has got 1. So
yeah, they're all good at clearing the
I don't see them.
Dire team pick.
What don't you see?
No, I'm being silent now.
Well, I was going to say they're all good at clearing the creep wave, but the dealing damage to the tower is not something they do in great deal. But then again, with the edict, it will be. But no, a bounty hunter being
Radiant team pick.
A support Mirana.
Either that or a support Invoker.
No, I wouldn't see it. You want levels on Invoker, definitely.
Oh yeah, true, but
True, you want levels on Mirana as well. So
as with Bounty Hunter, as with Bane, as with Gyro, they're all very, very level dependent heroes. In fact.
Yeah, but you're not going to see bounty hunter in any position but that off lane.
True.
10 seconds remaining.
They saw him in the farming carry role. Left
5 seconds
Mirana
remaining.
or Gyrocopter in mid, and other on the off lane.
I don't see that.
It's kind of unusual, this bounty pickup, I suppose. It's thrown us.
It's a really greedy build to have 3 agility heroes that are all prone to being killed very quickly, especially when on the other team they have a Lifestealer bomb and a Nyx assassin.
Yeah, and Darkseid being able to search anyone up after him, and
yeah, they're going to have to be. Their map awareness is going to have to be spot on.
Indeed. Like you said, I think it's an incredibly risky build, and I think it's even riskier to go, okay, yeah, we want a bounty hunter, but there's a Nyx assassin on the table. Sure, you can track him, and stop his assassinate working so well, but still, it's a big risk.
They haven't got the same level of disables either. Bane's the main disabler they've got.
I don't know. I think they lot of disables. Every single hero besides the bounty hunter has a good stun or disable.
No, I'm going to argue that. Yeah, really aggressive tri-lane. They might go tri-lane against tri-lane with this. No, I'm going to have to argue that Gyrocopter's stun is shit.
Well, yeah.
Invoker is pretty good with this stuff as well. Mirana relies on the skill shot. If you've got that, it's not really a problem. And Bane, well, Bane can set them up with the Nightmare, which is great.
Indeed, I think it's a pretty decent set of disables. I actually think there's less coming out from Nepi Jano. I mean, they only have 1 stun.
They've got the one.
They only
stun,
have the Nyx assassin.
The 1 stun. They've got 2 slows, and a silence.
A silence.
And the vacuum is kind of a temporarily stop you from moving thing. It's not really disable.
10 seconds remaining.
It's a repositioning.
I still find it weird. I still find it weird that you chose to pick out Enemy of God's lack of disable when Nepi Jano have gone into it with a single stun. So
to be fair, they had a pick left. I was expecting something else.
Prepare for battle.
Yeah. Well, this is just very, very good on aggressive tri-lane, especially with the Lifestealer. So, and Nyx is there to set up the kills. They don't really need someone like a Leshrac to follow up stun if they have the damage to just go straight through it. Touch your 3rd spectator other than us in this game.
Hello, other spectator. You can't hear us. But yeah.
Unless you watch the channel. Hear us later.
Yeah. Unless you, by some miracle of God.
Or one of our 7 subscribers.
Either one of our subscribers. So yeah, tri-lane going safe lane farm, which they decided not to go aggressive tri-lane in the end.
It's going to be the Mirana, the Bounty Hunter, and the Gyrocopter down on this lane at the minute.
30 seconds to battle.
Yeah, I think it's just a rotation into the jungle, but it was just the way Invoker was in mid and Bane was still in base. So I was like, is this going to be an off-lane Bane with a triple carry lane? But no.
I don't think so somehow.
No.
How is Bounty? But it looks like he's probably built for the offlane. Yeah, Mirana support. She's bought wards. They're going to follow into the jungle.
The battle begins for good and all.
Support Mirana can work incredibly well, and in combination with this Bane, it's going to be a very, very threatening tri-lane because you can open up with a Nightmare, set the gyrocopter homing missile down, then hit them with the Sacred Arrow while they're in the Nightmare, and then just about when the Sacred Arrow is about to end, the homing missile will slam home. So, really, really good.
I'll be more inclined to think he's not going to bother with the homing missile and just go straight for Rocket Barrage and get nice and close just to follow up straight after the stun from Mirana, because the amount of damage coming out from that
definitely, but he's still going to pick up a
barrage
level in homing missile at some stage.
Yeah, probably. Just a token one.
Indeed.
But to be fair, stats are sometimes more useful. What was by Visage?
Who was 1 AFK. Is that the next assassin?
I'm going to assume so. He's sat on that tower for quite a while now.
Indeed. Surprising they didn't notice their whole team going AFK. Actually interesting. No, there's the Darkseer. Oh no, wait, no, he's there.
No, he's up top.
Yeah, I'm vaguely confused at the map at the minute for some reason. Never mind.
Now that bounty hunter, the fact they didn't get a kill off of one of them into that jungle was really poor, because now bounty hunter has a very, very long walk.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Up against the Darkseer, which is now out leveling him.
Caused by Bane now.
What the hell is going on?
Puppy paws? I don't know, maybe he had a temporary lag spike or something. We just don't know what's going on right now.
Possibly. Invoker doing pretty well in mid against Puck so far.
Tower is under attack. Oh, that's got to hurt.
When there's a caster up against the silence, it's always a little worrying.
Yeah, but Invoker has this fair amount of abilities which can fuck with the Puck too.
Best, but it doesn't look good.
Don't get me wrong, I'm not crapping all over the Invoker. I know Invoker's a pretty tasty thing, he's just a little bit weaker in mid these days. He needs more base damage.
Needs more buff. Well, he can get a lot of base damage if he chooses to pick up a level in Exhort early.
Yeah, but it's not necessarily what you want to solo gank with, is it? Okay, so it's going to be... We've got to keep an eye on this tri-lane, because something is bound to happen on here. Darkseer up top at the moment is creep skipping if the map is telling me the truth.
Yeah. Bounty Hunter has been coming out to harass him when he's doing this for change, which is probably what he should be doing.
Problem is, by the time he's got level 2, he's got Surge, so you can't really guard him ever. Should you ever get to that position where you could get him off.
I think one thing that is surprising is that if...
Stun hits up on the Visage, but he's too far back to do anything. Sorry, continue.
If a creep skip is going on... Oh, Bounty Hunter's getting very low here. Darkseer kills him off!
Oh dear, Bounty.
Goes invis, but Darkseer makes a good guess with the vacuum and that Bounty Hunter.
That's not what you want. Your Bounty Hunter getting killed off by the Darkseer. Yeah, you were talking about the Bounty Hunter causing damage to the Darkseer, keeping him harassed up, but you gotta be careful. Iron Show does a lot of damage.
There's actually 4 heroes up top right now. Probably so scuff Bounty again.
He's just picked up his Soul Ring as well.
Is this just a rotation of the lanes? Yeah.
Yeah, lane rotation. The Lifestealer was getting very little from that lane, so
yeah,
it's good that they did rotate. They did look a bit worried early on when they realised they were going to be up against a tri-lane.
Indeed. And it's a very, very potent, aggressive tri-lane, in fact. And, well, Darkseer's now just got the jungle, so basically just going to choose to leave Mirana the free farm. Oh, arrow goes off. Oh, finds Darkseer in the creep camp. This is going to be a dead Darkseer.
Out comes Nightmare. Yep. Unhappy place. Very unhappy place.
Oh, good vacuum!
It's not going to be enough.
Nice try there, Darkseer. That was a fantastic arrow. They knew there was a pull through going on, and Mirana's like, I wonder if he stood on this side of the camp. Oh, do they?
He just stood right next to the ward.
Oh, I see.
It's not quite the amazing blind arrow, but still good work, and bringing down the Darkseer, it's pretty useful.
I'm both getting harassed at a mid with this Puck on a DD rune, and the advantage is really starting to show now. Puck on 12-4 while Invoker sitting on 5-1, so...
He also got a kill on Invoker earlier when we were busy looking elsewhere.
Indeed.
So yeah, the Puck, as to be expected, has...
Shat all over the Invoker.
Yeah, he's basically... I think he had a DD actually when he went on him as well. He's basically keeping the Invoker down, which is to be expected. They really need to rotate some people in, probably from this tri lane.
Oh dear, Gyrocopter down on bot lane. Raj displays the darks here.
However, Puck might be thinking about it.
Indeed.
Yep, he's rotating. He can just come blink, not blinking, he can orb in.
Indeed. Oh dear, Gyro.
No, he doesn't. He hasn't got the balls. He has the orb, but not the balls.
Well, you could have just Waning Rifted. I think that damage might have just killed off the Gyro.
Maybe, but you know, he didn't want to dive that hard.
Gyro's got...
Still sat here, looking for another shot.
Oh, here he is.
Here he goes.
Stream coil.
Oh, he's just going to blink out of that. Face shift out of that even. Oh, he can't kill him. He can't kill him.
Right clicking. Losing God finds the kill.
And Puck survives, so that's a kill on the Gyrocopter. In comes Invoker though. Blam. Oh no, that's a very dead Puck now.
He's got the illusory orb back up.
Oh, good face shift. Gets him out of that. He needs to get out of here now. Oh, here it comes. Fantastic snipe off that was by Invoker. So yeah, gets a revenge kill.
That's what we like to see.
Before the horrific murder of Gyrocopter, we were talking about the need to kill the Puck off, and well, that worked out for them, I suppose, in a way.
I was kind of surprised that the Gyrocopter didn't just illusory orb out there. He had the mana. I think it would have been more than worth the risk.
Maybe for you to be safe.
Better to be safe than sorry against an Invoker.
You gotta be careful with those sun strikes, man.
But yeah, back when the Gyrocopter did get picked off by that illusory orb, I was kind of surprised to see him walking back towards the lane.
They just lost the Visage up top. And they might lose Lifesteal if he stays around there. Rage is up, but he's taking a lot of right-click damage right now.
He's down.
Yep, he's down too. Wow, they were pushing way too hard there.
The Radiant can see this double damage down bottom lane as well, so Puck's gonna go and find this, and this might be another dead Invoker.
Maybe. Kind of hoping to bait the Invoker, I think.
Invoker's actually out-leveling the Puck right now.
Yeah, but Puck's got 2 kills to his name, so...
Yeah, true. It's not a world of farm ahead, though. Ooh, be careful there, Invoker. Yeah, Puck's gonna grab DD now.
He wanted to use all his spells and all his mana, so it wouldn't matter when he went
Make
for
the
the
most
DD.
of it, bottle. Be interesting if he just pops the DD and chooses to go in, or whether he's going to go and help out up top, which I think does need it right now.
It really does. I mean, Gyrocopter's been kept pretty well down by this Darkseer at the minute.
I think there's actually been some fantastic whole lane rotations at the minute. I mean, we saw the tri-lane rotate up top, and the Mirana and the Darkseer, Bane even, were just like, wow, you're going to swap to the tri-lane, we're going to make the tri-lane follow you. And now let's have the Gyro soloing down bot.
Yeah, Lifesteal hasn't had a great game so far.
Indeed. That said, he is a hero who can fight pretty damn well from behind. He's choosing to go for Midas, in fact, I think. So...
He's going to go for the late carry. He looks like Invoker's being gone. In comes a Sunstrike, though. There's a lot of damage to this Puck. Cold Snap as well. Goes invisible.
Oh, great Ghost Walk.
No kill for you, Puck. No kill for you.
No kill for the Invoker, though, and they're both going to have to go back to Fountain at the moment, so...
I assume Puck's going to sit around and wait and see if a rune spawns.
Yeah.
Possibly should have been what Invoker did as well, but he should probably snipe the rune spot. He can't see me. They haven't got a ward from that side though. And haste for the Puck.
I think Lifesteal is going to be heading down into the jungle now. He has his Midas, but he's still tracked up at the minute, so they can see what he's doing right now. They've seen him choose the jungle now, so...
You should be careful, although they have to rotate quite heavily and through mid to get to him, so it's pretty safe where he is now.
Oh, well, definitely, but they know he's going to be moving around through different jungle camps as he goes, and kind of a bit of an issue now. He's been scaling up for being on lane, and so his feast is just a little bit under-leveled from where he'd probably like it right now. So he's not going to get all the most out of the jungle straight away.
The worrying thing here is now that they've got a very, very happy bounty hunter getting a lot of farm.
Oh, I hear a Sunstrike! Oh! Darkseer was hiding in the trees.
You get him?
Good old Invoker. You're never safe.
No. I missed it. I'm sorry. But yeah, another kill for Invoker. He's a happy bunny, picking up wards. because why not?
No one else says so. Stupid team, no by wards.
By wards, noob.
Fail Bane.
Dire's middle tower is under
TP going
attack.
down to bottom by puck, just to keep the lane in check, I guess,
Indeed.
or help push.
So, who do you think's got this early game so far? I think I'm going to give it to something of God. What was it? Enemy of God. That's the bugger.
Yeah, they're going to be really strong going into the mid game, especially if this Invoker continues the way he is right now.
Stay near.
Bounty Hunter, of course, is pretty strong mid game as well.
Oh dear, looks like going on the Nyx up top right now. Oh, the arrow lands on a creep.
Bounty Hunter's been nightmared up as well.
Dire's bottom
Yeah,
tower is
I'm
under
guessing.
attack. Run
No,
to
he,
the bottom
he
tower.
took the nightmare off the Nyx assassin.
Oh dear, everyone's
It's
got it. They're just sharing it. You know,
Dire's bottom
Bane,
tower
you can
is under
cancel it if
attack.
it's on yourself. Learn your hero.
Never
They
mind.
went on Nyx and they just didn't really.
Yeah, I think
By the
Bounty
gods,
Hunter thought
the
that
Dire's bottom
Janada
tower
maybe
doesn't even
wouldn't
have arms
prop
to defend itself.
the...
What a brave tower.
A little bit of miscommunication.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
No, he was nightmared up. The Nyx was nightmared up and Bounty was invis next to him for a few seconds before he went in.
Oh, in comes the Gyrocopter. They're going to try to take down this Darkseer, but he's going to just surge away. Should be able to kill off the stun as well. Yeah, that does. 26 gold. Oh yeah, he's in the money now.
Oh.
Nice, chewing his way through this camp. Invoker.
Boca can see him. Sunstrike. He's getting ready to cast it.
Well, Gyrocopter's actually going to rotate.
Yeah, this is going to be a dead Leicester if he doesn't get out of it.
They spot him.
I'm pretty sure they did. Oh yeah, he was just saving it for the gyro, I think. What the hell, gyro?
Gyro's not paying attention. Just right click him, Gyro.
Yeah.
Right click. Right click.
Wasted time. He could have right clicked him down. I don't know why he chose to pop that stun.
That's a dead stun. Not gonna get far enough.
Dire's bottom
Oh,
tower
they have
is
found
under attack.
Darkseer though.
Run
Cold
to the
snap up
bottom
on him.
tower.
EMP comes out. No mana for you, but it doesn't matter because he's going to just surge out of it. So that's double failed gank that he could have
That
got
was a
off there.
really wasted opportunity, I think.
Yeah, real shame. Also interesting to note that it looks like they're going to go late with this Gyrocopter. He's picked up power treads, although he is sat in agility on them at the minute.
I am honestly not certain why the Invoker didn't just Sunstrike when he saw the Lifestealer doing the first camp.
Yeah, the only thing I can be thinking is the Gyro's tied twice, and he's just thinking we need to kill on the Gyro to help him along. And, well, basically, they didn't get a kill at all, so in the end he should have just sniped him off.
Indeed. I think it would have made...
Uh-oh, Gyro, Invoker's in big trouble here. 3-man gank in the middle. There's so much damage coming out. He surely can't survive this. He's invisible. Good vacuum, though. So close to death.
Good choice
So
for directions to go for then.
Yeah.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. It has no
Kill him.
arms to defend itself.
Oh, let's hope it doesn't run out anytime soon. There's a lifestealer about. He knows you're here.
Yeah, he's getting slowed.
Dire's middle
gonna
tower
go for
is
this
all
invis.
alone in the world. Being
No, I'm really invis.
If I wasn't invisible enough, lifestealer knows where he's going. Oh, this orb's coming in, but doesn't hit him. So yeah, Invoker staying alive, doing a really good job there. Oh, invisible bounty hunter scouting out these two.
Dire's middle
One
tower
thing to note is
under
that you
attack.
said it's like you've got to be glad that the Ghosthawk didn't end, but that's one thing which is very underestimated about Ghosthawk. Its duration is it's 100 seconds.
Oh, they're trying to man up against the lifestealer. This is not a good plan, bounty hunter. Good thing you can go invisible
Invoker's going to
too.
die off at this rate.
No, he's invisible still. Got his
Indeed.
phase boots now as well. Definitely mid build there.
I think Lifesteal's still going down. Choosing to man up on the bounty, but
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
The gyro
It has
rotating
no
to make
arms
it
to defend.
much
Dire
more
has
difficult.
fortified its structures.
Bane comes in to help
that's on the
defend.
Bane.
They might be able to get this Darkseer here actually. Yep, he's got to die.
Cold
Hold
snapped
painful.
up.
He's going to be blocked in. Cold snap is going to be enough. Invoker's getting the last hit on him as well. Oh, an arrow comes in. Puck phase shifts out of it. Is it going to be enough though? Nightmare cancels the TP. He's in trouble now. No one wants to touch him because of Nightmare right now. Track goes up as well. It's going to be a track kill on Puck too. Yes, it is. Down he goes. Marana getting the last hit that time.
Poor Puck. If only you had your blink.
If only. If only. But no, that's two really good kills and a track kill on the Puck as well.
The Radiant should really do
It
something
was a
about
track
that
kill on the
middle tower.
Darkseer as well.
Was it?
Oh no, wait, I wasn't, sorry.
It was on his lifestealer, it probably was.
Dire's top
Yeah,
tower is
I was
under attack.
remembering that they had vision of him, but I forgot that was because
Radiant's
the
bottom tower is under
Invoker
attack.
was ghost
I feel
walking.
sad
And
for
shut
him.
up! I'm trying my best.
Oh, I know. Gyro's TPing up top now, just to get that farm.
Bounty's being all invis and stuff.
Oh, Bane paused the game again.
Might as well look at some levels or something while we're here. Both of the supports for Nepi Jano still both on level 5, so really under level compared to the Bane and the Mirana. Although that's Mirana's only level 6.
Yeah, but she's got a kill now. And track gold from it, so...
Beautiful track gold.
Beautiful
now,
track.
although she started off playing kind of the typical support role, we now see her buying Ring of Aquila, Magic Wand and Boot. So I think she's going to start to fade out of that role now. Bane can take over for it completely.
Well, the mid game is right round the corner and this Invoker's kind of ready to go. If you can start ganking a lot more, especially with Mirana's help, it's pretty useful. This Gyro is still pretty far off anything. He's got 1900 gold.
That said, up at 15 minutes, you'd probably want to see a 4-star out on the Invoker by now.
Against the Puck, you're not surprised that he is where he is.
Oh yeah, true. That said, he's got kills to his name, so he's done well under the circumstances, definitely. But
2 in mid now. They're gonna go on his
oh
Puck.
dear,
Yes, they are.
no chance.
TP's not gonna be enough.
Oh, Doc's
no.
completely out of mana because of the EMP blast landing the second he respawned.
Yeah, but he procced his Soul Ring just to give him enough mana so he'd be able to surge out if he had the chance. He got Nightmared up and he backed out and left him alone in the end. But yeah, he's not far off his mechanism, which is good for the team. They can start team fighting a little more, but Puck isn't really ready yet to be initiating.
He's nowhere near his Blink Dagger right now.
No.
I mean, he's chosen to pick up Power Treads and a Null Talisman and a Magic Wand before his Blink Dagger. I mean, that is the 2,000 gold he needs for the Blink Dagger in all of those items. But
yeah, and
it's starting to
Lifestealer's
play off now, so...
Yeah, Lifestealer went for... Oh, Arrow... No. Lifestealer went for the phase boost as well, which indicates that he should be fighting a little bit earlier as well. So you'd want that Blink Dagger as early as possible.
Indeed.
Especially when you're up against this Gyro who's going for a heavy farm build. Then again, that being said, there is a Hand of Midas up on the Lifestealer as well, so... Oh, stuff comes out on Mirana, she's taking a lot of damage. Science misses because she leaps away. Down comes the cooldown to help her out, but she is dead. Invis is not going to help her. In comes the Gyrocopter, he wants some kills.
Darkseer's going to get picked off too.
Darkseer's just walking towards Gyrocopter. He is... No, Mech saves him.
Close with that Mech there. Invoker's still here.
Invoker's going to kill him off though. No, yep, finally dead. Lifestealer going in on the Bane. Oh, they're definitely going to bring down Bane. There's very little he can do. Brain Sap keeps him alive. Can he get out of this? I think he might do. Oh, no, Orb's going to kill him. Oh, he dodged the Orb as well. Took one more right click is all they need to bring him down. He's going behind his tier 2. Oh, he nightmares himself. Denied!
It's himself! What a play.
Oh, here's Invoker looking for a kill. Dodges out of the silence, he's going to be okay. And Gyrocopter comes in. Infest, though.
That was a good choice to infest there. Oof.
Arrow misses Puck and everybody else.
Yeah.
Oh, Visage Bird stunning nothing.
I think they could hang around this creep wave right now. They knew the Lifestealer was inside it.
You gotta come out sometime, boy. It was good that he, arrow hits.
Oh,
Very close.
So
in comes your Darkseer. Revanchel up, and the wall managed to get Gyrocopter and Invoker. He's pushed both of them back. Bounty Hunter managed to kill off Visage in the meantime. Oh, he's driving really hard on this Gyrocopter. He wants him, but up comes Fiend's Grip from the Bane. Down goes the Darkseer. Oh, and down goes the Mirana as well. Lifestealer got... He's getting trapped. He's going to get picked off pretty easy. Track is up on him. They can't get him. Oh, they almost lost the Invoker now to the Nyx Assassin's mana burn, but he's on the run as well.
No, Sunstrike. He's tracked. Lifestealer.
Oh,
Strike.
Sunstrike.
Sunstrike, please. Oh, he doesn't have the mana for it.
Nyx Assassin gets taken down by Bane, and that brain sap. Huge nuke, that thing.
Well, it's pure damage. It's not so much the damage coming out from it, it's only 300. There's much better single target damages out there. It's the fact that it's pure just means no armor, no magic resistance, so it's just straight up damage.
It's not just that though, man. It's the fact that it gives you that health back as well. It looks like you can go on a Bane and think, oh man, he's screwed, I've got this. And then he just brain saps you, and then you're suddenly a switch in the way the fight is going.
300.
Yeah. It's like a switch of 600.
Indeed. One thing to note, actually, early on is, although we can give the early game to Enemy of God so far, they don't actually have any tier 1 towers down. And yet Nepi Jano have brought 2 down, so...
Oh, them under the gyrocopter again. In comes Giant Invoker to save him up though. Might be bad for this Darkseer because Bounty Hunter's coming to join the party as well. Oh, down comes the cooldown. Janada. He's been nightmared up. No, he just can't get away. And the Brain Sap comes out again and claims another victim for this Bane.
The whole team getting low there from the Iron Shell.
It's tough to kill off a mech carrying Darkseer sometimes.
Indeed.
Invisibrew Puck.
The really big thing which is killing off this Darkseer right now is the cold snap from this Invoker. It's such a fantastic counter. The fact that every single time you take damage, you're stunned again. It slows your surge down by such a huge amount, and you can never recast it because your animation's on. Oh dear.
Nyx Assassin bomb. Oh, that's a lot of death coming out of here. This is what you're worried about, the squishy team they have, and these puck initiations with a lifestealer bomb. And though admittedly he was in the Nyx Assassin, which is even better.
Yeah. It means they can bring 3 heroes in a heartbeat and just kill off whatever they hit pretty much.
Is under attack.
Like a gyrocopter wasn't hanging around either, they would have killed him off too. But yeah, Puck getting slow towards that
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Run, little bottom tower. Run.
Ron is in the enemy jungle.
I know, I think she was kind of hoping to come up behind the
is under attack.
Oh no, they found you. They found you in the corner, Visage. Another track kill. And Gyrocopter was about as well, so he's going to get gold for that too.
Indeed.
He's got, go for BKB, so he's going to be ready to fight pretty soon. He's not far off it. He'll be here within the next 5 minutes, I imagine.
There's the armlet up on life as well. DD Darkseer. You go! You kill that Marana!
Right click of the death. Iron Shell. No surge yet.
Oh, fantastic vacuum!
Still waiting on the release. Arrow.
Oh, good
close.
dodge.
Fortification in place.
We were all Korean there for a minute, didn't we? Oh, arrow!
Oh, here's the
stun.
inside.
Here's the bomb again. They're going to deny with the bomb. I think it's just a Nyx in the minute.
Top tower
Mana burn on the Bounty Hunter. He still has enough to go invis in 3 seconds. Not if they dust him though.
That head's still much quicker than them.
Yeah, the phase boost is going to really help. Surged up Nyx Assassin.
Oh.
And they get him. They can walk into a cooldown. Nope, walk straight out of it against Surge Keeping. Just a little bit too quick.
Surprised we didn't see the Invoker Birds go for the stun then.
It's kind of a messy kind of roaming situation going on at the moment. Darkseer might bump into someone right here. Wizards boards are scouting for him. Bangs to the vacuum ball in. Oh, he vacuums too early and the ball does nothing. They are probably going to lose this Marana though to the Nyx Assassin or the Bird. Nightmare up on Bane. He's just sitting there waiting to die, but now he's going to die to the enemy team. Solar Summoner comes out and Grave Chill. A couple more right clicks. Down he goes. Throws out Fiend Script for no real reason.
Yeah, that's a bit of a waste.
Bounty Hunter also going down. Nope, saved. Saved there by the uphill. Oh, it looks like they're going to lose this Darkseer though. Huge damage out on the Darkseer. He's pretty much just melted in seconds.
Picking off some Visage Birds for their trouble as well. That's plus 200 gold for both those birds, so it should never really be underestimated. You should never throw the birds away like that.
If only you could track them.
The Radiant should really do something about that middle tower.
No, his Puck's not close enough for you. No. Puck, how close are you to
Dire's top tower is under attack.
I think he brought something else. Dust.
Yeah. This Puck's Blink Dagger progress has been slowed this entire game. I mean, it's 23 minutes in. I mean, this is almost past. This is getting to the stage where Puck isn't actually useful anymore.
Oh,
I'm
he's still
a
useful.
great initiator, but
he's not snowball the way you'd like to snowball. Also, at this point, 22 minutes in, you have a Desolator up on the Bounty Hunter. That's going to cause a lot of damage when he starts right-clicking these people. Especially with level 3 Janada up as well. Track thrown out against the Darkseer.
There's a Helmet Dominator and a BKB up on the Joro now. Wow, BKB's 100 gold away, so...
tower is under attack. Run, little bottom tower. Run.
Indeed.
Looking for something to kill. We've got to haste it up.
Invoker's got his ultimate also, probably going towards the Scythe of Vice as well.
Okay, stun out, hits the Darkseer. He's in trouble. Shuriken hits him as well, but he manages to mech up and keep alive and back out of the fight. Good stun by the Nyx Assassin. Gets 2. Mana burns the Bounty Hunter. He has no mana. Oh, Dream calls up on him as well. He's very, very dead right now. Invoker's stunned. He needs to get out of there as well. Yeah, Phase Boots is behind his tower, so he's going to be fine. Arrow comes out searching for something. I think it hit the Visage
Yeah, it
Bird.
hits Bird, but they don't get affected by it.
Because they're broken.
Yeah.
Fix Ice Fraud.
They are pretty bad to be fair. I mean, there's so many abilities which don't affect them, and it purely because of the fact they're magic immune, I think.
They shouldn't block it if they're flying. Simple. Problem solved. Arrow comes out.
Oof.
Oh, right for the middle of the two hits.
Lifestealer actually saw that, was just kind of wandering and then skimmed his arse back.
Bane's working towards his mechanism. He still hasn't got the headdress yet.
Invoker most of the way towards his side device as well.
Yeah, actually skipping the usual
bottom tower has fallen.
I think that's probably the right choice in this situation.
Gyrocopter just took the down bottom as well, which is nice for him. The entire time they wasted that team fighting mid, he was busy pushing the tower, so good for him. Getting closer towards those
This
layers.
is tornadoed up by the Invoker.
He's got back up there, gets surged away. Uh-oh, looks a bad view. Little puck blinks in, thinking it was only Invoker. It's going to be a track kill as well. Goes to...
Still stunned from Marano as well. It's such a long stun if it lands.
Off he goes. He's going to be just fine. But another kill on the puck.
This puck is just...
It's not having the best of games, is it?
No, and you see, this the problem is that even though you wouldn't call puck your traditional semi-carry snowballer, if he doesn't snowball, if he's in this situation where he's on 5 deaths, he can't do what he wants to do. He's never in a strong enough position to initiate properly without dying.
No. But it really doesn't help that he doesn't have that blink dagger.
Indeed.
You initiate with the orb, easily throw your silence, then phase shift, and then by the time if you take any damage, it's gone away, and you can blink out.
Indeed.
They've actually tracked up the Nyx Assassin, they know where he is, they're going to lure him. Yep, they're luring him.
Gonna be
a lot of damage coming out. Yeah, any second now, it kills him off.
You have learned nothing.
Dust comes out, they know where you are now, Bounty Hunter, and pretty much the rest of the team as well. They didn't get Marano a bit. Rachel's up on Marano, she's trying to run this visage. Well, she actually jukes him. Or he gives up, one of the two.
Indeed.
Puck here, backed up, face shifts out. No Fiend's Grip yet, but they do have Nightmare. No Shuriken, Arrow misses by quite a long shot. You can't actually go on it here. Brain Sap up on the puck. In, single target, Dream Coil, not worth it. Killed off instantly by the Bounty Hunter Janada, and all that damage coming out because of that. Goddamn Desolator. Oh no, Bane, you're going to be lunch. Lunch for the lifesteal. He's done really hard for this though, he needs to be careful. Oh, and through the wall they go! A lot of low health here. Oh no, Bounty Hunter, so close to dying right now. He can't go anywhere. In the meantime, it looks like they might pick up the Bane. No, he's going to get out of this. Oh no, Lifesteal is going to get him, surely. Deny yourself, he doesn't. Oh, he should have denied himself. Gets killed off. Here's Invoker, doing a lot of damage, but being scouted out by these familiars. He needs to back out of there.
Marana being chased off by Visage as well. One thing which is worth noting, even though the Invoker's not gone for a 4-staff, wow, Marana decided that was her job this game.
Yeah, you can't have more than a leap and a 4-star because
Speaking of Marana, currently getting chased up by a Vendetta Nyx. Just going to leap away there, I think.
she needs to not stay where she is right now though.
It's a very bad position.
Out comes the Vendetta, out comes the stun. Mana Burn as well, a couple of right clicks, Soul Assumption finishes her off. Another kill going towards Jano.
In total, that was every single hero dying, bar the Invoker in that team fight for EOG.
What about Gyrocopter?
I believe he died off as well.
Wasn't in it.
Didn't he? Oh, was he just
pushing and farming?
Farming, okay.
What's he looking at the minute? I mean, he's got his BKB at 2.5, well, 2.3 grand in the minute.
Darkseer getting stunned up, still farming with Iron Shell. No problem to give him.
I wonder what he's going to build, actually.
Indeed, he's staying on quite a lot. I imagine that's going to...
Yasha!
Oh, straight Yasha.
Oh dear, Fiend's Grip up on an illusion.
Kind of a waste right there.
So it's 95 seconds they have to sit there and wait for it to come back.
One thing which has to be said is I don't think this Fiend's Grip's have been on target. I mean, he wasted it once when he was getting gone on and was practically dead as well, so... I think it would have been better because that team fight was so long and so protracted. If he would have saved that, and then when he came back and TP'd back into the fray, he still had it available and off cooldown.
It's hard to say, really.
Indeed.
Infested puck. Bane just doing her ass on the Nyx Assassin. In comes the initiation though. Oh no, puck doesn't follow it in. They do manage to bring down no one. They're definitely gonna kill Bounty Hunter. He's dead. In comes the leap from Marana. Down comes Starfall, but she's dead too. Puck's nightmared up at the minute. Vacuum comes in and tries to bring them all together for a nice little party for this very angry lifestyle.
That's not good
But
for the
there's people on him as well.
This is one thing. Oh, Gyro's currently pushing out the top tower. What's happening, by the way?
Yep, he's split
Radiant's
between the
top
guys.
tower
So I
is
imagine the Yasha's going to be going to a mana style, the way he's been playing. Oh dear. Nightmare up. Oh dear. Bounty Hunter nearly needed that mechanism. He's going down very quickly. In comes a very angry pig. Super pig! No, he's had to back out. BKB. Here's Gyrocopter. He wants some kills. Oh, he doesn't want to waste that BKB.
Tornado just misses the lifestealer with the
Chasing
raid.
his puck. Gyrocopter going to cut him off. Doesn't got a blink dagger yet. Going to phase shift away. And he's free.
Lifestealer dropping off to the bounty hunter as well. I think one thing which is worth noting now is that they've kind of left this bounty hunter off free farming for the majority of the game in the jungle now, and he suddenly burst out of the jungle with an armlet, a basher, and a maelstrom, and he's tearing people's faces off. And I think they left him just a little bit too long to farm up there.
Yeah, lifesteal is really difficult to deal with, and they haven't had their own gyrocopter in the fights to deal with the DPS they need to bring him down.
Indeed.
Well, to be fair, he's not doing a huge amount
fight.
of
We
DPS.
saw him drop very easily, but
Yeah, Gyrocopter hasn't really got the DPS at the moment because of the items he's choosing to build.
indeed.
He needs damage on him next.
Regeneration!
Indeed.
Oh, he's found a Nyx Assassin, and they both just turn around and go the other way. Neither wanting a piece of that.
Well, neither of them's going to win the fight. No matter what happens, one of them's going to get away, so it's kind of a wasting game. It's just a waste of health, mana, and cooldowns as far as both parties are concerned.
I don't know, Nyx can probably do a hell of a lot of damage to this Gyrocopter. It's not really built tanky.
Yeah, that said, he's got a BKB, so if the Nyx did just go invis, or he saw him readying his stun, he would have just popped the BKB, and
Hell, popping in a BKB and then being able to just back out of the fight is a great win for the Nyx Assassin if that is the case.
apparently the arrow was aimed at the Gyrocopter there.
I think they're trying to hit this Lifestealer who's on the run right now. Track is up. They're going to keep up with him. He's running towards his team. Here's the puck. Throws out that orb. Oh,
The Dire's top tower
they're
is
all
doing its
sneaking
best,
up now.
but it doesn't look
Still
Under the cover of the
targets the
invis.
birds
Oh,
again.
down.
In comes the Invoker and the cooldown. The MP cooldown. Mash up together. Oh, down goes the Gyrocopter though. He melted in that team fight. Through the wall as well. Bad things are happening. It looks like they've lost Invoker too. He's down. They need to back out of this fight. They've lost their two carries, and it looks like they'll lose Bane as well, unless they can kill off this goddamn Lifestealer. Does get killed by Marana.
Out too. It's going to look to pick him off, but Bounty's going to kill him if he's not careful.
Oh, manages to dodge the Janada. Oh, so close to death.
Oh,
but no,
Bane!
Visage Bird as well gets killed off. Bane is so close right now. This Nyx Assassin needs to be careful as well.
This Bane has got out from so many tight scrapes right now.
I feel
He could have got out more if he'd been a little faster thinking in other places as well.
Well, I want to point out that I was about to call that fight as a loss for Enemy of God, but because they lost the Invoker and the Gyrocopter. But in the end, they managed to bring off the Visage, the Puck, and the Lifestealer, so I think that trade kind of slips in their favour.
Yeah, I mean, getting the kill on the Lifestealer is pretty important, but Gyrocopter, I think he just proved to himself that he's not really tanky in a team fight. He doesn't. There's too many. Even with the BKB up, he was taking a lot of damage from right clicks alone.
I think it's the Gyrocopter who's suffering most from these deaths, though, to be honest, because I mean, look at his gold. I mean, he had 1,800 gold before that fight. He loses 500, and he's a mile off his next item again.
You want to just kill this assassin?
Being
No, she might have lost her own life here.
Oh, cheers, Bounty.
Visage, you need to be careful. There's a bounty hunter about. He's doing a lot of damage right now. Trying desperately to kill off this Marana before he goes down, but it's not enough.
Indeed. Oh,
That being
Dog's
said,
yeah, but
yeah,
so I
that's-
think it's
oh, what attack there by
Radiant's
Invoker.
bottom tower is under attack.
it's the Lifestealer. Now a pick.
Lifestealer's a piggy.
Oh,
Oh no, Dream Coil.
Oh.
Fane's grip is not going to be in a good place. He's just open to being eaten alive here.
Yeah.
In comes the Sunstrike, but it's not going to hit anybody other than his own team. Bane with the brain cell,
Alright,
keeping himself
Bane.
alive.
he's actually got a Blink Dagger now.
Link Bane, fear him. Oh no, that's a dead bounty hunter. He's not going to get out of that one. If I could throws out another right click, but yeah, they lost. They lost Visage, but they did manage to kill Marana.
I
And
think
they did kill the bounty hunter.
I think this Bane is actually putting the Puck to shame on escaping ganks. I mean, come on, these plays, man.
been quite fortunate so far.
Indeed. I don't know. After the last team fight, it was last with about 2.7k gold, and it's like, well, what do I build? We got a 4-staff on the team. I've got a mech. I've got mana boots. I'll get for a blink dagger.
Well, yeah, I mean, Pipe of Insight would be okay-ish as the situation stands, but...
Yeah, true. I mean, you'll be blocking the Darkseer damage, the Puck damage, and the Nyx damage, and the Visage damage. So, yeah.
Oh, Blink Bane strikes again. Is there going to be an arrow from Mirana? Yep, hits the creep blow. They have mana burned him. Oh, he gets away because all the damage is going on this Visage instead.
Visage instead, I think.
BKB's up. Probably didn't need to. It's kind of a waste of a BKB charge. Does manage to kill off that Visage though.
There was no disables there. Unless the Nyx chose to come back in, which would have been suicide for him. There was no disables. He wasn't going to be denied that kill on the Visage, so...
No, he's pretty happy to proc his BKB.
Oh, Mirana are searching. Now he misses Darkseer.
I'm thinking that I was going with Mana Style.
The Radiant should really do something about that middle
but I
tower.
still feel he isn't. He should be building a big damage item.
There's the blink on Puck. 35 minutes in. The Bane got there first.
Radiant's middle
The
tower is
5
under
position
attack.
Bane
That's not
has
gonna
found a
hold.
blink dagger before mid Puck.
Kind of the tale of how this match is going. Stun comes out, hits Mirana. She's
Radiant's
stranded
middle tower
now
is
behind
under
this tier
attack.
2. Mana Burn wastes all of her mana. So amusingly, she does enough to
Radiant's
throw an
middle
arrow
tower
out
has
if she
fallen.
needs to.
That said, Jano
Oh,
are nowhere near out of this game. Even though we can say, oh, Puck's been stomping. Puck's not been stomping even, and it's just kind of been held back from getting this blink dagger.
yeah, Lifestealer definitely has the advantage over the Gyrocopter. It's like Gyrocopter can be KP up, and then Lifestealer's like, I don't give a shit, I'm just gonna right click you.
Bash.
Yeah, exactly. And he doesn't do enough damage himself, he just right clicks to leaps away and 4-staffs even further away. I like the mobility build on Mirana, it's good.
I
Get
think
in those positions.
Bane
Follow
has
Dara.
just picked up a gem right now. I honestly think it's a bad decision. It's going to allow him to counter ward, but there are no radiant
It's also
ward.
the Nyx assassin.
Yeah, I mean, you block a Nyx assassin, but what happens if this Bane dies? You're negating the Mirana ultimate, Invoker's Ghost Walk, and the Bounty Hunter's Shadow Walk.
Well,
I think-
announced them to D-ward, I think was the main thing.
What
Oh,
ward?
Gyrocopter is in trouble right now. Oh, here comes the infested Lifestealer.
Nyx is in trouble too.
He'll be fine.
Oh, come on, Bounty. You're braver than that.
He's invisible, is what he is. Mirana and a ward next to a ward, they can hug each other. Wards don't hate each other. Why does the Radiant and the Dire hate each other? Nyx Assassin really wants to kill this Mirana off.
He's-
Prowling, setting up for the rest of his team.
I think he kind of has
Although,
enough.
Bounty
Imagine.
Hunter should tell her right now that they're coming.
Oh,
And stun. Mana burn in a second.
It's
Silent
fine.
stop everything. Oh, she gets out still! Oh,
4 staff getting her out of there.
Bounty Hunter kind of went a bit crazy.
Yeah. But escaping on 100 HP without 4 staff, so.
Oka. Can do something nasty. Stun comes
Dire's
out,
middle
does hit him
tower is
behind his
all
tier
alone in the
2.
world.
He's been dusted. No ghost walk for you, son.
Good tornado.
Bane's grip up on the Nyx Assassin, and Bane is in trouble right now. He might.
Dire's middle tower is under
Indeed.
attack.
He got dusted, man.
I think we may be looking at a Rax right here and right now. I mean,
Piggy, piggy, piggy. Stun on the piggy, piggy, piggy.
oh dear.
A lot of damage on the Darkseer, but not enough to kill him off, and they might lose Mirana here. There's been open wounds up, a lot of damage coming out. She is down and dusted. Lifestealer still chasing around looking for something else to kill. They might as well just take down this tier 2.
Radiant's top
I know
tower
it's
is under
it's,
attack.
it's kind of unusual they haven't
About
just.
time.
In fact, they're going to ignore this tier 2, or are they going to take the one down bottom?
Maybe they want Roshan.
I
By the
think
gods,
this is a bad
the
choice
Dire's
right now.
bottom tower
I
doesn't
honestly
even
think
have
they
enough
should.
to defend
They could have
itself.
killed this
What
tier
a
2 in
brave tower.
15 seconds and still got the Roche. I think this is too much.
No, they've got Roshan though.
I felt like that was. They could have taken 2 towers very, very easily, and in the grand scheme of things, I'd rather have the towers than Roche. Roche is what allows you to push towers. If you have the option to push a tower anyway, why not just do it? Poor Dark's here.
Rosh lets you take Rat.
Roshan has fallen to
Oh, what a sunstrike! Not quite enough though.
I didn't see it. Darkseer surging away right now. Oh my goodness. Out comes a Shuriken, finishes him off. Oh, that being said, Visage comes in, makes Bounty Hunter pay for it. They have a Lifestealer bomb. EMP comes out. Oh, they're ahead of you, Mr. Invoker. Is it going to be enough? That's a cooldown. It's not going to affect Lifestealer. He has raged up. They're going on this BKB'd up Gyrocopter. Can they kill him off? Spike Carapace making his life a nightmare. Arrow comes out.
Good
Does
arrow.
actually hit the Lifestealer. He's in trouble right now. Fiend Script up. He's dead. There goes the Aegis.
Puck managed to
Gyrocopter didn't die though. Puck on the run. Gets nightmared up. And brain sapped. Phase shifts out of the way of that, but it's not going to be enough. Because of that good looking Lifestealer. He's going to eat Marana unless you can force staff away. Yep. Waiting a very long time to use it though.
Doesn't quite have a leap ready yet.
Invisible though.
Indeed.
Oh, there goes the Aegis already.
I know. Kind of prolonged the case. And I think this is the massive risk. I mean, you've got the Aegis, but it's gone now. I mean, had you taken either... And look at the health of these two tier 2 towers in mid and on bottom lane. They were both easy kills for the kind of damage Jano were putting out. And EOG with 3 heroes down? Come on, push the towers, man. That's how you win the game. Please.
Agreed. They could have pushed the towers quite easily.
And they may have even... Okay, it would have been a lot more of a risk than going to Roche with 5 of them up, but...
Well, to be fair, when they did Roche, they did it with only Visage and Lifestealer, so the other 3 could have, well, whoever's left could have been working on those towers. Abyssal Blade now up on the Lifestealer. That's going to be a very big bonus for him right now.
This Mjolnir, he's already got this Lifestealer's... He's beginning to look at the stage where he's just not going to go down and he's just going to destroy everything. And Gyrocopter's found himself a Manta style, but I don't think that's enough.
Might lose next assassin in mid. Spike Carapace comes out and hits Brahma. But the stun actually outlasts his Carapace stun, so he's going to die. Yeah, this Gyrocopter still not doing a huge amount of damage. Not in comparison to the Lifestealer, at very least.
It's kind of interesting as well, because I mean, this Gyrocopter was free farming on bottom for so long, and he picked off towers, and he's found kills and assists.
Yeah, it's what he's been choosing to build.
Yeah.
Oh, Lifestealer's looking for something to kill. He's found Gyrocopter. Down comes the stun from the Abyssal Blade. Down goes both his illusions instantly. Oh, he's... No, don't go in, you crazy bastard! Oh, now the whole team's on the hunt for this Lifestealer. Stun's been thrown out by Gyrocopter. Shuriken, stun, Fiend Script, everything they had, they threw at that Lifestealer.
Does Lifestealer have buyback? If he doesn't, this is a tier 3. This could even be Rax if they're very good.
Unless, of course, you've got a bloody, dangerous-looking team coming out. Yeah, that's very bad. Bounty Hunter's down, Invoker's down, Gyrocopter's dead.
Bane's the only one surviving as per usual.
Everyone's dead, man. Bane's gonna die as well.
Come on, Bane.
Oh.
Just wait, escape king. Blink.
He's gone.
This Bane is immortal. I'm calling it right now. It was a little bit
of a misplay by the puck. He actually phase shifted up top here instead of following him off, so he missed him. If the angle had been slightly different, he would have got ahead of the Bane. There would have been 2 right clicks rather than 1, and he would have definitely brought him down.
Indeed.
That being said, they got the Lifestealer, and then the whole team died. So
yeah,
great counter initiation.
It was fantastic initiation from the Dark Tier and the puck, though. I mean, you can't fault EOG's play. They just weren't expecting an initiation that good to... They were basically held at bay by the illusions from Darkseer and the Puck Dream Coil for as long as it took for the Visage and the Nyx to get into the fight.
Pretty much. Those are 2 huge team fight abilities, so...
Indeed, and this is where the 2 tier 2s go down, like we were talking about. This is without the Lifestealer as well.
TP's coming from the Gyrocopter, and he's got a friend in the Bounty Hunter. Not exactly the best counter push is Bounty Hunter, but good to have around anyway. He gets stunned up by the Visage Birds, but does kill one himself.
And they're going to kill this other one as well.
We've actually spotted Visage, surely. Arrow comes out, doesn't hit him, but they know you're there now, Mr. Visage, bit of time to back out. They're going to kill the Creep Wave off pretty easily with the Gyrocopter. But still, I'd like to see damage item on the Gyrocopter. I mean, they've got a lot of damage coming out of the Bounty Hunter as well, but he went Orchid rather than BKB, so in the team fights, he has to be very careful. He just melts.
Indeed. At the minute, we're seeing the support Marana doing nearly as much damage as the Gyro is right now. Money time.
Did they lose? They must have lost the gem at some point as well. But no,
Bane doesn't die. You're forgetting this.
He's got an Ogre Club. He's building a BKB.
Yeah, he's only 70 gold off getting the metal hammer as well. It's actually
safer buyback as well, though.
kind of look at the gold per minute chart. I want to see his GPM compared to someone like Morana's or Bounty's.
Oh, the flame ducks here. Cold snap up. He's a little piggy. He's being hit by literally everything. Can they kill him off before Puck comes in to boot coil them? He doesn't actually come in because that would have been stupid. There's a pick off.
Not stupid, just suicide.
Suicide is stupid.
Not always. Not always.
Blink Bane ahoy! A little bit of dewarding while they're at it.
Pro dewarding action there.
So sexy. And Roche? We're thinking Roche? He's not up yet, so...
Not for another 3 or 4 minutes, so...
Well, we got a pick off, which is not too bad. Gyrocopter's gone screw it. I'm going to farm.
Wow, there's a huge creep wave up top. There's going to be so much free gold for him right now.
I'm going to farm. I'm going to buy a damage item in a minute.
Up the flak cannon! There we go. That's a lot of gold.
Tasty.
Okay, so 2,600 gold. What do we think he's going to go for right now?
The way he's built agility on the hero.
Yeah.
Obviously, because he's an agility hero, he's got agility items. Yay! I'm thinking Butterfly would be the sensible option. Damage and lots of agility as well. Not to mention that evasion, which is going to be really good against a lifestealer until he builds an MKB, which he's probably not going to build.
I really think he should go for something, well, closer along the lines of the MKB, or even, probably how my brain just moused out one of my ears. Hang on, I'll be back to you in a second while I go and find it.
Daedalus?
That's the bugger. Because he can pick up a Crystallis straight away now. He can spend 2.2k, get the Crystallis...
Very, very close to picking up an Eagle Song, though.
Yeah, true. He does look like he's saving for it.
I mean, that's... The way he's been building, it makes sense. He's got 3 agility items in his possession at the minute. To be fair, he shouldn't have the power treads on agility. They should be on strength because he's been killed really easily.
Yeah. That said, against a lifesteal, more strength doesn't necessarily mean you're going to survive better.
It gives you an extra couple of right clicks against him.
Indeed.
Oh, they're looking for another smoke gun. Really? They're looking for the next assassin, but he's running really far away.
He's from Bounty.
Had the missile not gone out, he probably would have stayed around a bit longer.
Indeed.
And been, well, food for the team, really.
He actually just chooses to spike Carapace up and troll the gyrocopter for that.
See, it's good that they're in position, but well, they're gonna have to use blink and leap.
We actually see 2 gems up for the EOG now. They've got a gem up on Bounty Hunter as well.
Oh, looking like they're trying to kill something here. Cooldown comes down, doesn't touch many people. They managed to claim the visage, but in comes a great dream coil.
Yeah, but
great work.
It's used on the defense. I mean, they're still going to push in off this.
Well, they're defending, aren't they? Mana bound up on the Gyrocopter, but he doesn't really care. He's still got enough to do his damage. They really want to go uphill right now. Arrow manages to hit a creep. That poor creep didn't deserve that.
Still see the infested up fuck at the minute, so they still do have the initiation potential with the illusory orb, but
they're going to back out of this. They don't want it.
Indeed.
They wanted more than just the one pick off before they went up.
Had they found the lifestealer and he not managed to infest, I think they would have definitely looked to engage with that. Might look to engage? Oh. I think without that leap, they would have infested with the engaged with the infest off the back of that illusory orb.
I think they're looking for as pick-offs. They want to kill Lifestealer, definitely. But if they want another one, they definitely want either the Puck or the Darkseer. Probably the Darkseer more than Puck. And then that allows them to push up the hill without having to worry about the wall, and the vacuum, and that constant annoyance that will be the Iron Shell on your own teammates, most likely.
In actual fact, I think out of the entire team, Visage is the last one they want dead. I mean, even if you kill off the Visage, he's still going to have the Summon Familiars coming out, so...
It's calling DC, so they've lost somebody.
Indeed.
Or about to lose somebody.
Golden XP graphs?
Go for it. Let's have a little peek. Let's go first and foremost the XP. As you can see, well, the game pause thing is in the way, but it was originally in favour of EOG, Enemy of God, very early on, and they were kind of spiralling out of control to 12,000 odd advantage. The advantage has now gone back the other way to Jano, and I'm pretty sure it's gone kind of level now. I can't see because of the big pause button in the way.
It looks like it was dropping before that, so...
Yeah, so I mean, Jano are really working very hard to get back in this fight, and they are back in this fight. As long as they don't lose a Rax, they're still pretty golden. I mean, They're losing on towers in a minute, but only by 1, so it's not a huge deal. Kills aren't that much different either. If we go and look at the gold graph though, it's still quite heavily in the favour of EOG, which you can expect when you have a bounty hunter farming, and you've got the bounty hunter track gold, and you've got a gyrocopter farming all those creep waves in half a second.
And you've got a Bane farming as well.
Well, he's not farming, he just doesn't die, so he keeps all the gold. That's the important thing.
Indeed.
And I was right actually, Gyrocopter has picked up that eagle song, so he's going to go for a butterfly. He's at 1400 gold right now, so he could pick up the stick of damage. That's what I like to call
I think
it.
he'll probably save for the talisman of evasion though, because he's not a great deal off, but he can probably find the farm beforehand.
It's whether or not he's going to pick it up or leave it in a stash while he takes a TP scroll.
Indeed. Might be a better solution right now.
But yeah, looking at the graphs, the kind of, although gold is an advantage to be expected with what we mentioned already. If we go and we have a little look, shall we, at the net worth, right up top there is, of course, the Life Stealer. 20,000 net worth right now. He's ahead of the Gyrocopter, he's ahead of Bounty Hunter, and he's ahead of Invoker and Mirana. The thing is, those 4 are ahead of everybody else.
Indeed. It'd be interesting where the Nyx Assassin actually fits into that list. Of course, he's not in it at the moment because he's DC'd, yeah.
Well, we can have a little peeky boot at what he's carrying around with him. I think he might be thinking Dagon. He's got Blink Dagger.
He's got Arcane Boots, got drums.
Yeah, he's got the Null Talisman, so it does make sense for a Dagon, though. I would have been lucky if he picked up another supporty item, probably a Pipe of Insight against something like the Invoker, and of course the magic damage you're going to be thrown out from Mirana and the Gyrocopter.
That said, he's not had fantastic farm at all, so...
No, he's a long way off that Pipe of Insight.
Indeed. I think it's probably better off that he's been picking up these smaller items like the drums to just bolster him in the meanwhile.
Yeah. The Blink Dagger, not an item that you see very often on a pub Nyx Assassin, because of course Dagon is king in pub Nyx Assassin.
Dagon!
Yeah, Dagon. But Nyx Assassin as a support, it's really good because you can reposition yourself so quickly in team fight to get the maximum amount of people in that impale or split. I can't remember what it's called. Is it impale? Yeah, impale. Yeah. I was getting confused with lions. They look the same. God damn it!
They're exactly the same spell, pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, you can set it up and you can get, if you can get 3 or 4 people in a team fight, that's a team fight that's definitely going in your direction. Arrow manages to hit Darkseer in the face while invised up. Silence misses because of the leap. Again, a lot of times we've seen his puck miss that silence.
Oh,
Nightmares up with the light still inside of him. Out comes a Shiva's guard, and they're going to bring down Invoker shortly. He's stuck in the middle of that. Oh no, Gyrocopter's going to die too. They didn't want that happening. Jano really taking this game right now. Oh, another pause comes out. Puppy pause, maybe? Oh, 4 billion ping. Actually, that's, how much is that? That's a lot of ping.
Are you sure they're not dictating my ping right now? Because it's about that bad. It was interesting to note that during that team fight, they let a full duration Fiend script go up on the puck. Like, no one bothered to interrupt the puck, and he lost the majority of his health because of it.
Well, I think they were heavily focused on the on catching out that Invoker and the Gyrocopter. Both very important kills. And finally, the Silence does hit Mirana. She's also been... Oh, dear love. Nice leap. Not going to be enough. They should right-click her down in the end. So that's another kill going towards Jano.
Bane's escaping again.
Oh, and Bounty Hunter's just become lunch for Lifestealer. And just now, Roshan has spawned. This would be a good time to take Roche. Or it might be a good time to just go... Fuck it, I'm going straight for Rax.
Take tier 3, take a Rax. I mean, they're not back for a minute. What can a Bane do solo? Oh, he can enfeeble you, he can nightmare you occasionally.
There's also no buyback on any of their team.
Indeed.
Other than Gyrocopter. Just kept on buyback just now. And there he is buying back. He needs to do something.
That's chance to have buyback too.
Oh, okay, so that's 2 heroes back. There's not a lot of counter.
His middle tower is all alone in the world.
Yeah, that's correct.
Oh, another pause coming out, this time by the Invoker.
Maybe he's still peeing.
Sorry.
Oh, I hate long games like this and then the ping goes higher. Surely if your ping's bad and you're dead, it doesn't matter. The game's 50 minutes, there's 2 late game carries and pauses for 10 minutes at a time.
that being said, it's looking like racks for Jano right now. Admittedly, they're going to get the tier 3 tower right before the Invoker comes back. It's whether or not they'll be able to get those barracks down.
That's easy, to be honest. I think this tower's dead in 3 or 4 more right clicks. The best they can really do is just cool down and flat cannon, just kind of harass them away, but...
Yeah, the problem is there's quite a lot of creeps, so flat cannon's probably going to expend itself on the creeps.
Yeah. Let's look how fast the tower melts.
Yeah, the Invoker's going to be back in time to do this. Do they have a fort? They don't have a fort either, they used it already. They actually lost their courier at some point as well.
Poor courier.
I don't see where he died, but it's a sad day for the courier. Down goes the rack. Invoker is back now. BKB being procced by the gyrocopter. Throws cooldown down, hits nothing at all.
Got some creeps.
Oh, yeah,
it's a farming tool, man.
So now they're going to mash the creeps. No pursuit. They didn't want us to pursue after them.
Still, they've lost the melee racks.
What the fuck?
Jano don't actually look like they want to take Roche right now. Oh, good cancel of the TP out by the from the Darkseer there by the Bane. Nightmares him up and...
shoot the creep. Here comes the puck. He might be alright if he can surge up. Bye! Oh, Dreamcall only caught 1.
And used defensively. Oh, arrow! Oh, good phase shift from the puck.
I think he's actually going to be alright anyway. Oh, another phase shift needed. Yep, can't catch him now. He's going to blink away.
Oh, they've just found a double damage life stealer.
That's an angry looking life stealer.
Yeah.
Still Midasing it up. Got a lot of farm right now.
Well, actually, it's actually... Oh, they're looking at taking Roche, actually. This is a really, really good time.
He's got an Ogre Club. Is he going Halberd, do you reckon?
It's very, very possible. It's going to allow him to man up on this gyrocopter, no problem. And there's no one else who's going to really threaten him on this team right now.
Roshan went down very quickly.
Indeed.
Gyrocopter looking for a kill now. They're going to have to push these racks pretty quickly on this back of this Aegis. They really need to get it down.
Indeed.
Oh, Nick's Assassin killed off Invoker though.
The Lifestealer was infested up inside him. And
cooldown, hit nothing again.
Arrow.
That's got a low cooldown, isn't it? Nick's Assassin's going to go down surely. He's probably know what he can do about it. He is dead. Janada taking him down. Off goes Vicious, having a quick run for it.
Bounty is pursuing though, and he's got the movement speed advantage.
He's going to steal your Ancients right now. In comes the birds. Don't manage to get stun on anybody other than some illusions. In comes the puck. He's not going to follow that, surely. No, he doesn't.
The Mirage are landing on the Visage to kind of halt the aggression there.
Yeah. So pick off for both teams. But one is a Nyx Assassin, the other is an Invoker. At this stage, though, Invoker is just a glorified caster, really. He doesn't do a lot.
Indeed.
He's buffing the Gyrocopter, which is nice.
He had a pretty reasonable mid-game, and I mean, don't forget he's still carrying around a Scythe of Vice, which can be such a threat if they can land it on the Lifestealer when his rage isn't up, so...
Lincoln's Fear goes up in the park. So here's a Yule Scepter, which he picked up a long time ago. I hasn't really seen him use it offensively yet. BKB actually going up in the Lifestealer. So why not? He's going to be basically magic immune forever.
Pretty much. Sorry, I was eating Terrace Chocolate Orange. The Yule Scepter was used defensively on the Bounty Hunter when the Dire base was getting pushed and it was only the Gyro and the Bounty alive.
I saw him use it on himself as well when he was in the tree, so he couldn't be picked off. But you have Chocolate Orange and I don't have Chocolate Orange?
No,
this isn't fair. Where's mine?
We see, I have to be like the secondary caster. I have to like sit here at the back, so I get the privileges. I get something to make my job worthwhile.
That's not how it works. You're my manslave.
Puck looking to initiate on the Gyro up top with the Lifestealer inside him, but
he was well gone way before that. Lincoln Sphere blocking the track, and bye. He's gone.
I always wondered what actually happens if Lifestealer uninfests out of the puck when he's phase shifted away. Because phase shift actually basically just removes you from the map.
Magic. You never see Lifestealer again.
Maybe the entire game just implodes and then a giant version of Enigma's black hole forms wherever puck went in this.
Gyrocopter has got his Butterfly now, and they're going to use it as soon as possible to get some kills. Oh, he walks straight into a silence, infested out, and Voca's down in a second. Bounty Hunter's next. Cooldown being thrown out, but they've lost Bane as well. This is not going very well for them. Oh, they're going to lose everybody here. Gyrocopter's in the trees, he's dead. Aegis has popped. Piranha running out under the sight of Invis. Gyrocopter, oh dear, he's being eaten alive by this lifestealer who just will not give up. This could be GG right now. They lost 4 in that team fight, all because the Invoker ran ahead and got instantly silenced up by the puck. And oh man, it was a bad fight. It was a bad fight for them.
I think the absolute worst thing which happened in that fight was that the Bane died. I mean, come on. How does Bane die?
When you kill the unkillable, you know it's gone bad.
Indeed.
But man, it's just they're gonna lose a tier 2 here quite easily.
That's what I can kind of joke about the Bane being unkillable, but up until that point he had the same amount of deaths as the Lifestealer. So you know.
He's a coward.
He's not a coward. He's helping his team in the only way he knows how, by blinking away and beat gripping stuff.
Oh, they're going to give up on the tier 3 and go straight for killing off Marana. She's dead. They are going to have the Bane and the Life
and Invoker.
And the Invoker back very shortly. But they might lose Rax way before they even come in.
Yeah,
goes the Medivac. No! Up comes the fort. They need to defend this. They really do. They can't cost it. Out comes the Nightmare. Oh, sorry, you need Feeble.
Let there be a moment of silence.
Track up the Ducks and it's pushing pretty hard. Can't do anything. They lost the Rax. What can they do from here?
Indeed.
Rope throws out the Cyclone, but EMP
Too late to Rax down, but I would barely be surprised if Lifestealer just decided to go and attack the third lane right now.
Oh, they've got a Lifestealer trap inside there.
Dyer's middle tower is all alone.
Piggy.
Oh, Dreamclaw.
Oh, Dreamclaw as well. Looks like
It's the Gyro.
Stuck in a very unhappy place. He is very dead. Bounty Hunter already died. Ron is not back yet. Still, Gyrocopter's going to die again. Bane is getting dived in his own goddamn fountain right now.
GG now?
GG. I would have tapping out a while ago. When
Yeah.
when they can walk up to your fountain and kill your fucking main carry, you just might as well go, well, screw it. GG is cool.
Tower is under attack.
This is the pain of having a Lifestealer with his horrifically good attack speed, along with a bash. I mean, there are so few carriers which can deal with it. The only way you can possibly deal with it is by getting the Bane Fiend's Grip out first and just making it so he can't attack you.
Yeah, or having a hero that can go against him in a bash war like Anti-Mage or Alchemist.
I don't even think they always can though, because bash wars are very often luck. Whoever gets the first bash generally walks out winning, so it's kind of a bit of a 50-50 thing.
Yeah, well, Gyrocopter didn't have a bash at all, so...
Indeed. Not even a Monkey King bar. But I suppose good game, well played.
It is, man. They were suffering in that mid game. They were getting hammered back in the mid game.
But they let a Lifestealer free farm. They let him sit in the jungle and farm until he was ready to fight, and you don't want to fight a carry who's ready to fight in their own opinion.
No, and it was so long until Gyrocopter had damage items. Or,
Nope.
I mean, major damage items anyway.
I'm not really sure why as well, because I mean he had fantastic farm early on in the game. It just
He built, I'd say survivability, but he's still screwed.
early BKB, early Helm of the Dominator,
early
four-man
BKB.
shield.
Early BKB is like, I want to fight. But I
Yeah.
don't, personally, when I play Gyrocopter, I don't like to fight unless I've got a decent damage item as well. Because
That's because like the Bane, you were a coward.
I'm not a coward, man. I build phase boots and I'm ready to fight as soon as I have phase boots. Which is really interesting. He built the Steam, the power treads even, and it's like, oh, I've got these power treads, better put them to agility. No, you don't build power treads on Gyrocopter for the agility.
No.
You build them for the strength, extra strength, so you can survive easier. That's what they're for.
Want a little bit more agility, you pick up a casual Yasha.
Yeah, your casual Yasha, or I mean, if you want something really quickly, you have a Wraith Band, or things like that. If you're gonna go with the power treads, and you're not gonna switch it between things when you need to, just keep it on strength.
Yeah.
But
I don't think we should really pick on the Gyrocopter that much. He did play well, so
yeah, they really needed to like you said, they didn't really shut down the lifestealer early on. Laning,
Well, they shut down on lane, but
he laned badly. He didn't have a great time in lane, so he was forced into the jungle. The problem was he was in the jungle and he wasn't being killed off. There's that one time where they could have easily killed him off with the gyrocopter and the invoker. They failed to do so because of miscommunication or I don't know what, but they failed to kill him. So he survived that.
One thing
things
which
like
is
that can cost you matches.
One thing which is worth noting as well is that it's not like they didn't have the team for solo ganking a lifestealer. I mean, you rotate Bane and Bounty Hunter into the jungle, and you have the Invoker throw out a Sunstrike globally. He's dead. There's so little he can do against that kind of aggression, and I felt like they just left him a little bit too long. They knew he was in the jungle, they knew he was farming, but they tried to win it earlier than he could come into play, but just not quite quick enough, I don't think.
Yeah, but if you're going to want to go early, you're going to want some damage to be able to push uphill.
On your gyrocopter.
Or your gyrocopter, he's playing the farming carry, he needs more damage. I mean, he got the Manta style and stuff like that, which is pretty useful, it's good for split pushing. But once he had the Manta style, he wasn't split pushing anymore, so it's a really weird pickup. Puck was pretty much squished out of that game for the majority.
No, they really kept down Puck well. I mean, a Blink Dagger at 35 minutes, that's like the last words you want to hear in combination in a sentence with the word Puck.
Yeah, but the thing with it was he was still able to get Dream Coils out. Admittedly, a couple of times he was throwing them on single targets. But the combination of him and Darkseer meant it really, really difficult to push uphill.
It's better to throw a Dream Coil on a single target and guarantee a kill than it is to just leave it on off cooldown for the entire game and never throw it out.
Yeah, but a lot of times it was on the Mirana who got away anyway. So that's the thing with the leap. She can leap and she snaps the tether.
Well,
and she 4-star straight away afterwards. So
well, the big problem is that the Puck engaged on her once, single target Dream Coil, silenced her up, and she 4-staffed herself. And then by the time the stun ended and the Puck was close enough to actually engage and hit her, she just leapt. And just having that double escape mechanism just works so efficiently for her. And if that failed, well, she's got her ult to fall back on anyway.
There's always trouble with Mirana. It's like, I finally got her, and she just goes invisible. Nope. And that's what Dust is for. And that's why the Puck was carrying Dust for the majority of that game. He was just fed up with Mirana going invisible. And of course, there was a bounty hunter. Team going, bye.
Goodbye.
The window of opportunity to win that match kind of faded out.
Yeah.
And it became difficult from that point with a lifestealer that strong.
Indeed.
They needed to pick more items to deal with lifestealer specifically when they realised they weren't actually going to win the mid game as quickly as they wanted to win the game.
Well, the site went a decent way towards that, but it would have been nice to see someone maybe look at picking... I mean, when the Bane was getting retarded levels of farm, it might have been worth not going for the BKB, because it wasn't really the Fiend's grip he was there for in the fight. It might have been worth starting to build towards his own Scythe of Vice as well, and that double Scythe up on the Lifestealer, I mean, even if he does rage in between the Scythes, I mean, you've still got a good 6 seconds of killing him off without hassle.
Even when Claude inclined to, with already the Scythe up, to pick up a Halberd. I know it's not that much love, but against a right-click hero like Lifestealer, I mean, if he's just bashed up your Gyrocopter, say, and then you manage to disable him for 5 seconds, the bash is going to run out on the Gyrocopter, so he can either back out if it's really bad, or he can start doing a hell of a lot of damage to Lifestealer. And one of the reasons Lifestealer is so tanky is because he's stealing health from other heroes. Yeah. If he isn't able to hit anything at all, then it makes it very difficult for him to stay alive, and that might have tipped the balance. I mean, it's not that expensive an item either. It's feasible for a support to pick it up.
Indeed. I will say this, though, is that I wouldn't have seen the Heaven's Halberd up on either of the sports. I think it would have had to have been up on the Bounty Hunter more than anyone else. I think it would have made more sense for him to go for that instead of a Desolator. I mean, against a Lifestealer, as you say, it's just such a fantastic item, and it is against any hard carry. I mean, I love taking against Alchemist personally, because it's like, well, you've got a retarded attack speed and a bash, but, you know, now you're not attacking at all.
Yeah, I mean, I do love the Halberd. It's really underestimated item, because It doesn't give you a huge amount of damage.
Well, it's plus 25 damage and plus 20 strength. I mean,
it's not a huge amount, but for the amount of money you pay, it's not bad at all, and it's a huge disable for 5 seconds is filth. It really is, especially against carries.
a Desolator is famed as having a very, very high damage output, and, well, the Heaven's Halberd only has half that damage output. It's like, yeah, it doesn't have the armor reduction, but if you're up against a lifestealer, I'd rather have him not lifestealing and punching me in the face for 3 seconds, as opposed to having, oh, it's got 7 less armor. Whoop-de-fucking-do.
Yeah, but the real issue with, or not the issue, the real point of the Halberd is you're not buying it for the damage. You're not buying it for that at all. You're buying it because you want the disable. And
also,
honor support's great because the strength gain is great as well.
I was going to say, plus 20 strength and plus 25 evasion is nothing to be sniffed at.
Yeah,
but,
I mean, it might work out quite well for the bounty hunter, like you said as well, because he's notoriously a bit squishy, bounty hunter. It probably would have worked out better than the Orchid. He bought an Orchid, but...
Yeah. I think we might be waffling on a bit.
Yeah.
Just guess.
We like items, man. If you could buy me a halberd in real life, a Heaven's Halberd, I would carry that to work every day.
But we can only get you a butterfly and a Deep's Edge.
Give me a butterfly, and I'll start teabagging everybody with my gyrocopter.
Okay.
That's probably why I was picking on gyrocopter, because I do play gyrocopter. I'm sorry, person playing gyrocopter, I was mean to you. BKB early is really good for matches. It is. It is. Generally, it is. It's great for team fighting nice and early.
You mocked it.
I didn't mock it. I just wanted to see him doing some damage, damn it.
It's just not a farming item. We'll put it that way.
Ah, it's fine. It's fine.
Okay.
Well, that's it for today. If you want to follow us on Twitter, you can do. It's at Sproink Dota, unsurprisingly. And you can also sub us on our awesome YouTube channel and hear us waffle on about more matches and Heaven's Halberd even more, if you wish. So that's about it for today. Thank you very much. Cheerio.
I'm going to bed. See ya.
Bye.